This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Waiting
Yes.
for your confirmation. Okay. So see here. Previously, we have discussed on the inheritance, and we have seen a simple inheritance and how it is going to work. Okay. And we have seen overriding, overloading, and all those stuff, and how we are going to work with that. All those are clear now. Okay. Now my client came up with a new requirement. He told, you have given the arithmetic operations and scientific operations, but unfortunately I have the requirement of trigonometric operations. Now what you need to do? Either you need to build a new class with arithmetic, scientific, and trigonometric, or already you have the arithmetic and scientific. So what you can do? You can get the data of arithmetic and scientific into trigonometric and then use it. How to do that? To do that, we will use a type of inheritance called multi-level inheritance. What do we call this? We will call it as multi-level inheritance. I'm creating a new class. I will call this new class as ICI trigonometric operations. ICI trigonometric operations. Click on the add button. It will create a new class for us. Okay, it has created. Now what we are going to do is we will simply use extends. We will use extends and we will call it as ICI scientific operations, and I'm saving this. Okay, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just saving this. Now let me open this trigonometric operations. Open in the designer mode and right click. Click on override. Can you see this? You got the methods of scientific operations. Along with that, we got the methods of arithmetic operations. Okay. By using an instance of trigonometric operations, you can access any one of them here. Okay. Now let me take new. I want to take the constructor. Okay. Now I want to pass one more. Okay. Because sometimes in some of the interviews they will ask you, yeah, I want to do the overloading. Is there any other way? You can do overloading using constructor in the new classes, because here it will allow. Whereas in all the other methods, unless and until you pass a default value, it will not allow. Okay. I will say int underscore f. Just a second. I don't know why it got like that. Okay. And then you can say, you can take one more variable, int k, sorry, I will take real k, and here what you can do, you can say k equal to underscore f. Okay, k equal to underscore f, and then let me write two methods, public real trigonometric means we will have sine, and then we can say return sine of k. Public real cosine, and then you can say something like return cosine of k. So, oh, I wrote a function incorrectly. It should be cos of k. This is right. Okay, cos of k. Done. Now what I can do? I can simply go to the my test classes again, view the code, and here now I will copy this, copy, and then I will paste it. Before that, let me comment this out. Let me paste it here. And instead of scientific operations, I need to use ICI trigonometric operations. And then you can do it here, comma 45. I'm giving 45 degrees. Let it take. And then I will use one more info and then paste it over here. Earth object dot sine function, and then you can use earth object dot cosine function. Done. Okay, this is how we can work with the multi-level inheritance. Now let me add a breakpoints here and whether see our multi-level inheritance works correctly or not. Okay, and sometimes we will have a requirement, and that requirement would be the add method in the the add method in the arithmetic operation should have a separate operation. The add method in the scientific operation should have a separate operation. At that time, what you need to do? Simply remove this super. If you don't use super, the add method in the scientific operations will not call that one. Okay, let's try it. If I comment this out and if I save it, you can see here it will not throw any error. Okay, it will not throw any error. So you can do this as well. Please remember. Now let me go to test classes and then let me add a breakpoint. Run. We will see how it is working. And this is all about the concept of inheritance and how you're going to work with it. Okay. Next, we will see the concept of abstract classes. And there is one more thing called multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance will not work in Dynamics AX with classes. If you want to use multiple inheritance, you need to use interfaces. I will show you that as well. Wait for a minute. Okay. Now you can see here it has hit the trigonometric operations and it's loading the variables. Let's wait for a minute. Come on. Okay, it has loaded everything now. Let me run. It went into, oh, I hope I have not set the breakpoint in the new. Exactly. It will go into this one and then it will come here. Okay, and then it will go back to the arithmetic operations and then parameter. Like this, it will set the parameters: addition, subtraction, multiplication, logarithmic, exponential, sine, cosine. It will print all the values here. Okay, so we have used exponential for sine and this one as well. Okay, so you can see this is how the multi-level inheritance will work. This is how multi-level inheritance will work. Okay, now let's go for the next concept. Okay, that is abstract classes. So we have a concept of abstract classes in X++ as well. Let's see what is abstract class and how it works. Okay, and please remember there will be slight differences between all these things coming to the dynamics X++ and C# or C++, because you can see overloading or overriding, because there will be few slight differences, not the major ones. Okay, and remember, now I am creating a class called abstract, and let me call it as abstract class 1. I'm calling this as abstract class 1, and then click on the add method. So once you click on the add button, it will create a new class for us, and here you can see I will call the class as abstract class. Okay, I'm calling the class as abstract class. Okay, even if you want to create the abstract methods and you don't want to have the class as abstract, you can do that. That's also possible. So I'm calling this as an abstract class, and then I'm going to create a methods in it. I will create one method, abstract public void abs method. Okay, and then let me call it as abs method 1, and let me write something here, info. So, oh, what is this? It says abstract methods define only a parameter profile. That means abstract methods are the virtual functions. Okay, abstract methods are the virtual functions. They will allow only parameter profile, and you can't pass, sorry, you can't define the method definition inside it. Okay, it contains only declaration. And the second one, abstract public, this time I want to say some real, and then I will call abs method 2, and then in the bracket I will say real underscore f. So done. Okay, I have created the second one. Good. Now I want to create one more, public void regular method. This is my regular method, and in this regular method, what I will do? What I will do? I will simply say info regular method works. I want to see whether I can write the regular method in the abstract class or not. Oh, it's allowed. Oh, this will not happen in some programming languages. Okay. Next, right click on the add button, new item, create a class, and let me call this as ICI abstract inherit. I'm calling this as ICI abstract inherit because I want to inherit the abstract class in this one. Okay. Extends ICI abstract class 1, and then save. It's throwing the error here. Does not implement the abstract method abs method 1. So what is abstract class and abstract methods? If you are writing the abstract methods in a class, in all the child classes, the implementation of those abstract method is mandatory. Okay, you will be using this abstract class when you are working with the framework piece of code. Okay, let's say you are developing a services, and whatever the service you are writing, everyone should inherit them. For example, there are few things like I think, as I do remember, in run-based batch as well, it should be there somewhere. Okay, the batch framework or the report framework, there should be few methods which are mandatory to inherit. If you have a scenario in that fashion, then you are going to write the abstract classes and abstract methods. Please remember. Okay. And in this ABS method one, I will simply say info and then ABS method from where exactly? ICI abstract inherit. Okay. And here you can say real F. You're returning the value whatever you're getting, and then you can say info ABS method with parameter profile from or with parameter. Let me write with parameters from ICI inherit. Okay, this is my second one. Done. Now I want to create one more class. I want to call it as ICI abstract inherit one. Okay, I'm creating one more class ICI abstract inherit one. Click on the add button. Now here I will copy the whole code abstract inherit. I want to copy all these methods. Okay, or let me copy everything. Paste, paste, paste. Let me make it one here, and then one here, and then one here, and save. Okay, done. Now I have done the created the abstract methods with the parameter profile, and you have this. Now you know how to work with these abstract methods. Now let's see by calling these abstract methods how they will work. Okay, I am opening my test class again. I am commenting this code out because this is not at all needed now. I want to use ICI abstract class 1 and then abstract object equal to new ICI abstract class 1 done. Okay, what did it say? It is throwing the error. Object could not be created for abstract class because this is abstract. So what do you need to remember? You cannot instantiate the abstract class. We cannot instantiate the abstract class. Let me use the one thing. I will use a reference. I will use a reference and I will use this reference equal to new ICI abstract inherit, and then I will use ref dot ABS method 1 ref dot ABS method 2 ref dot regular method. I am calling these three methods now. Similarly, I will copy this piece of code, the same thing. I will put it down here. I will call this as inherit one, save. Okay. It says it is expecting the parameter. Let me pass 368. Oh, sorry, it has not printed. 1 4, and then you can pass some 1 5, and you can use the parameters. Currently, I'm not using them. Okay, done. Now we are passing the parameters, and if you want to print the parameter as well here, what you can do is you can simply write strfmt, and then you can say this one and hyphen percentile 1 comma underscore f. You can do this if you want. Okay, if you want to print the parameters, this is what you need to do. Okay, and you can copy this and save, paste it over here, and you can make it one. Done. Okay, this is how you can do. Now in this test classes, now you can see I have only one reference. This reference belongs to, this is class, abstract class. And using that reference, I am calling the multiple classes. And then I'm calling the multiple class methods. This is what is called polymorphism. Polymorphism works with classes. Polymorphism works with interfaces as well in dynamic CX. Please remember, okay? You have one reference and which has multiple forms here, which is nothing but polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the attribute that allows one interface to control generic class of actions. All these are the generic class of actions. And this is my interface, which is a REF. So we will call this as a polymorphism. We will call this as polymorphism. Okay? Please remember. Now let me do one thing. Let me add a breakpoints everywhere. I will add a breakpoint here. I will add a breakpoint here. I want to see which one is exactly getting hit. Okay. Let me, okay, here they are added already. Here and then here. Okay. Now let me go to test classes back again. Let me run this. I am not going into the in-depth of object orientation because this is the course for ERP, not for the object orientation. But actually, this will be enough. Okay. Whatever you're learning will be more than enough to work with ERP. Only for one specific reason I have kept this classes concept and all this. There few times there will be a people, okay, who are freshers. They might not know about all these concepts, so they can just practice and they can simply learn it, which is why I kept them. Otherwise, if there are experienced people, the classes concept would not be needed because they might already know about the ERP and how the X++ works. And if anyone is looking for a change, you can forward your profile to me because I have requests from multiple people, I can say, or multiple companies as well. I can forward your profile. Okay. This is my mail ID. You can forward your profile to this mail ID. Okay. And you can ping me on WhatsApp as well. Anything is fine. Okay. Let's wait for a second. This is still loading. Now see here. Let me run. It went into the ABS method 1 of inherit. ABS method 2 printed the value, and it says regular method works here. In abstract classes, you can have the abstract methods and regular methods, both of them. Please remember this. And then it went into 1 using the same reference. Okay. It printed the value, and then it says regular method works. Can you see this? Okay, this you got from abstract class, the method from the abstract class. These two are from abstract inherit. These two are from abstract inherit one. This is nothing but the polymorphism and the abstract classes concept. Okay, now let's move forward and let's see the next concept called interfaces. Okay, so if I right click and click on the new item, you can see there is something called interface. Okay, I want to create some two interfaces. I will call it as ICI interface 1. Click on the add button and you can see a small change here. Okay, up to now we have seen with the class. Okay, now you will get it with interface. You can see interface ICI interface 1, whereas this one you can see class ICI abstract like this. Okay, now you can see this is the one. Next, for these interfaces, let me create some two methods. Void I method 1. Okay, and then void I method 2, and then you can pass some parameter real underscore value, and let me define one regular method void reg method, and then info. Done. Let me save. Done. Okay, now what is this? Nobody is allowed in a regular method. Interface methods define only a parameter profile. So this is what is an interface. If you want to have, if you want to have only pure virtual functions, okay, if you want to have only pure virtual functions, then you need to define something called, what is it called? Interfaces. And an interface will define a set of methods that should be implemented by a class. Interfaces will define a set of methods that will be implemented by a class. There will be no logic defined in the interface methods and it is not allowed. Okay, you can only implement the interface methods in the child classes. Please remember that. Okay, let me create one more interface because I want to show you the multiple inheritance. Let me call this as interface 2 ICI. Click on the add button, and then I want to simply copy and paste them, and I want to change the name. Okay, to avoid confusion, I will make it 3 and then 4. Okay, done. Now let me create one more class. Click on the add button, new item, and I will call this as ICI interface demo. Click on the add button. Okay, for interfaces we need to use a keyword called implements. What is the keyword? To work with interfaces we need to use a keyword called implements, and then I can call it as ICI interface 1 comma ICI interface 2. Okay, if you write the same thing with classes, it is not going to work, whereas if you write the same thing with interfaces, it will work. The multiple inheritance is supported by interfaces, please remember. Okay, now let me go to the designer mode, ICI interface demo, open designer, and then you can right click on the override. Oh, what is this here? You're not getting override. This is one more thing that you need to remember. Sorry, this is one more thing that you need to remember. Okay, now let me go to this interface, copy copy copy, paste them over here, interface demo, paste, and then interface 1. Oh no, I copied from here. I need to copy from here now. Copy, paste, done. Now in this I will say info of, in the bracket, I method 1. No, it's 3. And here in the info strfmt, and then I method 4 hyphen percentile 1 comma underscore value. Okay. Okay. Now this is my value. This is I method 2, and I will copy this and paste it over here. One. Okay. Now there are two ways. Let's see that. Okay. How to access them? I will go to this ICI test classes, view code, and I will comment this out. And then what I will do is I will simply say ICI interface demo. Okay. And then demo object equal to new ICI interface demo. Okay, this is one thing. So, okay, and using the demo object you can call, but I don't want to do this because this already you know how to do that. So I want to use ICI interface 1 reference, ICI interface 2 reference. You will here you are going to find some tricky thing. Okay, I will say this is my ref 1 and this is my ref 2. Okay, ref 1 equal to new ICI. Remember, even with interfaces, it is not going to work. Okay, I mean to say, even with interfaces, you can't instantiate. You need to create a interface demo. You need to instantiate interface demo, and then you need to use it. Okay. Now, how many methods will I get for this ref one? Will I get all the 4 methods? Will I get only 2 methods? Will I get 3 methods? How many methods do you get if I am using ref one dot? What do you think?
Should get 4 all.
Good. Let's see. Ref one dot. It did not load. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Now let me get back. And then let me make them public. Okay. I will make this as well public. Oh, why it is coming at the end? Okay. Public and then save. Where is my test classes here? Ref1 dot. Okay. Is it I method only or is it anything else in the demo? I method 1, I method 2, it's not coming. Okay. Let me do one more thing. I think I have not made all this public. Okay. I'm just making them public here, nothing else. I want to show you something here. Very interesting stuff. Okay. Ref1 dot. Okay. Oh, I'm not getting. Don't know why. Okay. Let me do one thing. It's not showing any intelligence anyways. I'm using ref1. I say interface demo. Now let me write I method 1 and then ref1 dot I method 2 and then ref1 dot I method 3, ref1 dot I method 4. I think these are the methods. Okay. Here I need to pass the parameter. Here I need to pass the parameter. Semicolon. Save. Done. Oh, what is this? Interface demo. This interface demo has how many parameter? How many methods? 4 methods. But what is happening here? For 2 methods, it is not throwing any error. For 2 methods, it is saying errors. Why? Because you are using the reference of interface 1. If you are using the reference of interface 1, the interface 1 has how many methods? The interface one has only 2 methods here. Then how can you call 4 methods? Remember, when you are using the reference, it will consider the reference of the methods which are available in that particular interface. Okay. Now, similarly, if you want to use this one, you need to use ref2. Okay. You need to initialize reference to. You need to initialize reference to, and then you need to call those methods. Then only it will work. This is what is interfaces. Please remember. This is what is interfaces. And if you are using multiple inheritance, this is how there will be a confusion. So you need to remember, whenever you're using the multiple inheritance, whenever you are working with the multiple inheritance, and if you are using the concept of references, this is how you need to work. Okay, please remember, this is very, very important, and it will be a bit confusing. Okay. And if you ask me, did you see multiple inheritance everywhere, anywhere in Dynamics AX? I will simply say no. But the concept is there, so I don't want to miss that, because at some point, anyone who knows well about the Dynamics AX, they might ask you a question saying that what is multiple inheritance and how do you work with multiple inheritance in Dynamics AX? Okay, done. Now let me run this, and we will see how the calls are there. Let me add a break, or not here in the interface demo. These are the concept of classes which we have. Please practice these concepts. These are very, very important. Okay. Next, we are going to start with the queries. We will start working with the queries, and we will see how to work with them. If possible, I will try to set up a data tomorrow, because I want to have some good amount of data so that I can show you how the queries will work. Okay. I will try to set it up. And while practicing, if you have any questions, you can ping me on WhatsApp. Don't hesitate here, because sometimes I saw the people who will think this is a silly question and this is a wonderful question I am asking. Remember, there is no question which is silly, there is no question which is wonderful, or there is no question which is complex or something like that. Okay, a question is always a question. Frankly speaking, if you ask me how you will learn, I will simply say, let's say if a kid of who is 3 or 4 years doing something and I don't know that, I will don't hesitate to learn from them. Okay, because learning is the process. Learning is the process which continues the whole lifetime. So you can ask me any questions. Okay, don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, now you can see here. Let me run. Where did it go? Here, I method 1. Okay, let me run. It print I method 1, I method 2 10, I method 3, I method 4. Okay, this is how we will work with interfaces. And these are the concept of classes that we have in Dynamics AX. I want you to practice them. and get me back if you have any queries. Okay? And now it's your time. Please let me know if you have any queries. Because
So basically, it went till, hey Kumar. So
yeah,
basically, it went to this class and it passes all the 4 methods, like 3, 4, but eventually it is only giving us permission for 2 methods.
exactly. Because the interface reference can handle only 2 methods. It does not know about the other 2 methods. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Next, any other questions? Okay, thanks all for the session. Let's meet again on Monday, same time. Thank you all. Bye.